Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 3. I think this is episode 3 of Amorous, our Amorous playthrough with our lovely, glorious furries. I am going to say right now, I'm sorry that I did not have a video out last Thursday. Some stuff came up and I was not able to record, but I should have videos out for today and for Thursday. And as a special treat, because I missed last Thursday, we are going to do 2 episodes of Amorous today. So let's get right into it. Okay, let's see here. First thing we're gonna do, let's open our phone, and apparently we have Kobe's number in here. I'm not sure how we got Kobe's number in here. But let's call Lex. So long as Lex doesn't start up that drinking game, it might be nice to hang out again. Ring, 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 click. Hey, Sheldon? Hey Lex, have you got a moment? Sure, dude. Was hoping you'd call. Yeah? I had to admit, it was nicer than I expected to hear Lex say that. Haha, yeah, so what's up? I was wondering if you'd wanted to hang out again. Hell yeah, that sounds awesome actually. I did get a text earlier from the gang wanting to hang out. Would you be up for that? Sure. The gang? Do I need to be worried? Haha, nah. I don't mean like a literal gang, just the guys. And yeah, maybe leave out the Amorous stuff. They'd get too much ammo out of that. But they're good people. So, going to Waiters again? Nah, not this time. It's a surprise. I'll come pick you up later tonight. Anything I need to bring? A flashlight? Maybe a jacket or something? Probably wouldn't dress up too fancy either. Are we going caving or something? Oh, wow. Something like that. I'm not gonna spoil it and give you a chance to back out. Haha. Oh, shoot. Okay. Alright, okay. I'll quit being a dork about it. Yep, let's just go. Don't entirely quit that. Just be yourself, dude. I'll swing by around 9 p.m. See you then, Lex. See you, Sheldon. Click. Alright, I guess going out with Lex. I guess I have a little time to kill beforehand. Plenty of time to grab a jacket. Okay. Flashlight and something to wear at night. I've got room for something else if I need it. Let's see here. What kind of things should I bring? Drinking? I don't know if I want to be drinking again. Let's see here. Maybe a first aid kit? Yeah. Yeah, let's do a first aid kit. Pling. Just pulled up. Okay, so Alexa's just outside. Time to go. Yo, dude. Ready to go? Sure. Hey, Kobe, I'm heading out. I'll probably be back late. Okay. Aw, come on. Combo attack? I'll be here. You kids have fun. Oh lord. What does Kobe think we're doing? We had Lex's car to ourselves. Ourselves. Wow, I'm sorry. I suppose we'd be meeting their friends out wherever we were going. We weren't heading into the city, that was for sure, as we hit the main route out into the suburbs away from the coast. Hey, so are you gonna tell me what's going on yet? I'm starting to feel like I should have a bag on my head, like in the movies. I guess I can tell you. We're gonna go exploring. Like, out in the woods? Nah, not the woods. Well, it's near the woods, but closer to the city. There's this big old factory. It was an old processing plant for a newspaper company or stationery, I think. Anyway, it's this creepy abandoned building. Are we breaking in? Nah, this place is so fucked up you can pretty much just walk in. Maybe boosting in through a window at worst. That bother you, dude? You know, that actually does sound kind of fun. Hell yeah, it's an old building in the middle of nowhere. Kids go there all the time to explore around. It'll be fun. Anyway, it'll be less weird and formal than, like, introducing you to everyone at Waiters. Unless you want to play 20 questions all night. Fair point. Well, cool. Here we are. We pulled up in a small parking lot next to a ragged public park. There was only one other car there, which I assumed was Lex's friend's. As we got out, Lex pointed to the small square bulge in my jacket pocket as I lit up a cigarette and puffed out the first acrid cloud into the brisk night. What you got there anyway, dude? Oh, I wasn't sure where we were going. I figured a few medical supplies might help. Pays to be prepared and all that. You're kidding, right? No? Leave that stuff in the car, dude. Appreciate the thought and all, but are you trying to jinx us or something? We're just looking around a building. Nothing's gonna happen that's gonna need that kind of shit. Ha! You're making me more nervous about the shit that we need to be. Oh, shoot. Guess that was wrong decision. Sorry, Lex. In my defense, you didn't exactly tell me where we were headed. Yeah, fair enough. We should get a move on. That's Casey and Taylor's car. Crossing back over the road where the buildings were sparser, the first order of business was a quick off-road ramble. The light of the moon above made it easy enough to see, and traipsing through the trees a little away, I finally got a good look at the abandoned building. It was sitting alone beyond a narrow clearing that might once have been a corporate maintained break area. Judging by a couple of wooden picnic tables that had rotted through to mush, the building itself loomed over a small lot of cracked asphalt that the moss and grasses were doing their best to reclaim. Oh wow. It looked like the majority of the building was a squat two-story warehouse with an office building attached to one side. The structure was starting to look a little mossy, and the company name was all but sun-bleached out of existence. Tomtech, maybe? Kerntech? Our target waited for us, an ominous monolith above the trees. But before that, the sound of voices and glow of flashlights between us and the building suggested that Lex's friends were waiting for us. Beyond an overgrown prickly bush, three figures caught sight of us and waved us over with a quiet cheer. Oh, okay. We got like a fire wolf here. He's pretty flaming, and yeah. So KZ Fulford, there you guys are. You must be Sheldon, right? Yeah. Hey guys, it's nice to meet you. Oh, and glowy spotted wolf too. Lots of dogs here. Lots of canines. Hey guys, nice to meet you all. Cool. The group were a little eclectic, but I expected that from Lex's punkish style of Drexen music. Lex did say that their friends got them out of their shell a little more. The three had started the party early, beers in hand. I guess when you're planning to sneak around a building without permission, drinking in public is the least of their worries. Considering their closeness, two of them looked like a couple, or at least a little more than friends. The other guy seemed a little more baby-faced than the other two. So, introductions and shit. The red wolf with the flame markings there is Casey, and the lynx girl with the talons, who is attached to his hip, is Taylor. Hey, again. Haha. Nice to meet you, Sheldon. Lex says you're pretty cool. I didn't know about that, but it's cool to meet you all. And last but not least, our portable disco ball, Jade. Hey, I like to think I bring a little levity to the situation. Anyway, Kaz doesn't get lost in the dark when I'm around. Okay, apparently he does glow in the dark. Haha, that happened like one time. You'll have to forgive Jade, Sheldon. He might be a micro rave in that vest, but he's a good guy. Nothing to forgive. The Fox Lynx hybrid with the bright markings tilted his head my way a moment, trying to puzzle me out. Taylor is just jealous that someone here has some femininity. Hey, speaking of raves, don't you know that someone called Kobe? Wait. Hold on, wait. Hey, speaking of raves, you don't know someone called Kobe, right? Okay. Actually, yeah, he's my stepbrother. The Blue Avian? How do you know him? Small world, I knew it. I chat online with Kobe sometimes. I thought I recognized you from the backgrounds of one of Kobe's cam chats. Heh, weird coincidence. Jade winked with a hint of a smirk. Now that I think about it, I might have seen him and Kobe chatting at Amorous too. He certainly seemed like he'd fit in there. Lex might have teased about the glowing markings, but they were pretty apt landing lights on his athletic body. He was more than a little cute, cuter than Lex in a way, and that cheeky wink, he was a heartbreaker alright, certainly someone Kobe would get along with. Let's see. I want to go for Lex. I don't know this guy. I want to go going for Lex, so let's not flirt in front of Lex. Well, cool to see you. I'll have to let Kobe know you said hi. Totally. Oh, hey, so is Jake coming? He bailed on me the other day, and I've not heard from him in a while. You didn't hear? He rolled his bike pretty bad when he was out of town. Shit, is he okay? Yeah, he's fine. He was visiting his uncle or something upstate. Anyway, he has to get the bike repaired, and he's been out there a while waiting on that. He's not hurt or anything, but when he called about feeding his snake, he was using his uncle's house phone. Maybe his phone got smashed up? Well, mystery solved. He doesn't need one of us to drive out there. Nah, you know how he is. He said there's maybe some work at the garage there for him, so he might be out there a while paying off the bike. I told him I could take... Oh, wait, shoot. I'm sorry, I skipped that. As we made our way through the bushes and overgrown tangle of wild grasses between us and the building, I could see why Lex had advised to bring a flashlight. My phone wouldn't really have helped cover me against the snarls of creeping vines and low-hanging branches. It would be even worse inside, too. We picked our way through slowly as we got closer, the path became a little easier. The old cracked parking lot cut through much of the undergrowth, but the more experienced team of explorers kept that to our left as we walked through the bushes. The lot was too close to the road, hence why we had parked a few minutes away to save being seen. Okay, this part is a bit tricky. All the doors down here are totally locked down, but one of the guys at the bar said that one of the sliding windows along the office block had the latch broken, and you can get in that way. We've just got to check along the side here. So, Sheldon, you seem pretty cool. Where'd you meet Lex? We continued to chat as we walked along the side of the building, rounding the corner from the parking lot, and back out of sight of the road as KZ and Lex checked the windows. Lex asked us not to let him know that Lex was at Amorous, so we bumped into each other. Haha. Daladna? Pardon? Sorry. I mean, obviously, but you weren't, like, running blindfolded around the city, right? Kind of. I was waiting on Jake and Sheldon bumped into me in a parking lot when I was asking for a smoke. Yeah, I think the first thing you asked me was if I'd seen Jake anywhere. He looked kind of pissed off and scary, actually, but we ended up chatting for a while. Don't worry, we didn't stay there long. I was able to convince Sheldon to hop a ride over to Waiters. Then the story gets a little hazy after the 6th or so beer. Another victim of easy way, hard way? You know it? Taylor gave the two of us a knowing smile that was most of the way up to a smirk. You two are cute, it said. Lex seemed to ignore it and waved it off, and I waved it off. Aha, got it. About halfway round the side of the building, Casey found the window in question and slid it open to a dusty abandoned office beyond. Darting our flashlights through, the room was dominated by an old desk. Darting our flashlights through, the room was dominated by an old desk someone had dragged below the window to help with climbing through. The room itself had been the site of a storm of papers and trash that now carpeted the floor. Ready to go? Sure. Okay. We climbed through and, sliding the frosted glass window back closed, were immediately left to the use of our torches. It was surprising how dark it was as we migrated out into the old hallway. I suppose living in the city you get used to the street lights or even the ambient light of the buildings catching on the clouds. There wasn't even starlight in here. It was a black hole. The office area seemed to be a simple source of hallways as we moved through. I was reminded of the Scooby-Doo team from the cartoons. The five of us bunched up, clutching our flashlights, exploring the dilapidated building. Maybe a police force was a better example, looking up at the nest of spiders where its ceiling tile had fallen down, checking each open door as we passed the eerily abandoned rooms. There were some scars of vandalism down the hall. Someone had run along with a blunt object, maybe a pipe, scoring the walls, and some of the rooms looked like people might have crashed there for a night or lit small fires. But Casey had assured us that the dust on the desktop by the window meant that no one had been here for a while. Otherwise, we wouldn't have entered. We passed by a set of stairs up to the second floor, and Jade nudged me with his shoulder towards it. That's the real challenge up there. Dare you? His voice seemed to echo up the U-shaped staircase, bouncing off the mid-floor landing, where his torch lit a sign that said "Admin Only," and resonating away into the unseen labyrinth overhead. The stairs looked sturdy, at least. The inside didn't have any water damage that I'd have worried would have weakened the floors. You don't have to, Sheldon. This place is creepy as shit already. That's the point. It's totally horror movie fodder. Wahahaha. Look at them glowing eyes. This is a glowing canid. It's kind of cool, actually. Jade turned his flashlight right under his chin to light his glowing face severely. We laughed at his boisterous, evil laugh, but the quiet resonance of his voice in all the hollowed-out rooms caused the harsh, aspirated H sound to catch in the open doors and amplify. Even Jade winced a little at the effect. Yeah, I'm not... fuck it, whatever. Sure, I'm game. Just don't come crying to me when I wake up the killer. If the rest of you are too? Hell no, it's creepy as shit up there. Oh man, Lex looks kind of pissed. You know, we're still early in the movie here, so if I creep off up there, I'm just going to wake the psycho ghost murderer up and he'll be waiting to jump us when we try to leave. Jesus, Sheldon. Oh man, I think I'm messing up this whole thing with Lex, like, completely. Anyway, if we split up, we're just gonna get killed off quicker. I tested the first steps up, seeing if I could peer around the dividing wall up into the darkness above. Lex gave me a reproachful look. I guess they weren't into ghost stuff. I like it. Horror buff, huh? Well, shit. Either I'm the bimbo or I'm the third wheel. I don't know if I like my odds there. At least there's a couple of us with dark fur, and Lex and Sheldon will be fine until the end because this is their first date. I guess that means Sheldon will survive because Lex certainly isn't the girly one of the two of them. I flushed, glad we were in the dark. So what do you think? Some psycho businessman who went nuts and murdered the whole office with a box cutter? Or are we talking more like the laborer who fell into some machine and got all gnarly and went on a revenge spree? Ooh, I like the first one. The office killer. And he's still here today, waiting to slice your fingers off on the guillotine. Knock it off, guys. You know the roof up there is actually pretty cool, I hear. No way, dude. Aw, no way. Oh, here we go. Jackpot. This seems like the office room for... Yeah, it leads to the break room, and then the warehouse. Well, I am messing up this date with Lex. Wow, completely messed up. Bingo is right. There was a carpeted room beyond a warehouse manager's office, and past the stained old carpets like a moldy little nook that might have been a kitchen at one point. We found our way out into a huge concrete room, the warehouse itself. The warehouse seemed like it was used for packing, judging by the ancient shreds of boxes and plastic and an industrial shrink wrap machine that seemed to be rusted to the floor at the center of a spreading coppery stain. The back wall of the warehouse was partially circled by an ancient roller conveyor for parcels that lead to a large set of shutters. Wow! My guess was that they did a lot of shipping. I am so sorry, guys. I am just like doing terrible at reading this dialogue. Alright. Any industrial equipment here had probably been sold off as scrap, with only a few broken metal shelves slumped in a heap near one of the sets of shutters. But the major score was a seemingly alien object that had been placed in the center of the room by a thrifty adventurer before us. A dusty old soccer ball waiting for us like a sad, partially deflated globe. Abandoning office workers might have piled up the dozen rolling desk chairs in here, or maybe they were wheeled in by the same pioneers who had brought the ball later. But with that, we had our next few hours laid out. I admit it might have been childish, but the next hour in the warehouse was a myriad of games we invented with the rolling chairs through the mostly empty surface. Office chair curling, with people clinging to the seat, of course. Races slaloming around the obstacles, and our crowning glory, office chair two-a-side soccer using the partially deflated old ball. We had set our torches around the perimeter, casting up on the high ceiling to light the room with the diffuse glow off of the dull roof. Jade and Casey ended up outscoring us in office chair soccer, which Lux blamed on their smoking. Still, no one was upset about it as we sat on the sidelines on the conveyor, watching the two compete in a penalty shootout versus Jade's expert goaltending. I sat beside Lex as they rolled side to side on the conveyor's rollers, steering with their boots on the legs of the simple machine as we watched the guys flailing madly on the chairs, trying to kick at the saggy ball. It was probably funnier watching from a distance than being there alongside them, legs pumping madly. See, I promised it'd be more fun this time. Hey, I had fun the last time too, but I'm really glad you invited me, Lex. This was actually a really cool idea. I'm glad, dude. I figured you'd get on with everyone well enough. Surreptitiously, eyes still on the penalty shootout between Casey and Taylor, Lex's fingers traced over my knuckles before squeezing my hand with equal part tenderness and strength. I let Lex have hold of my hand whilst they wanted, spreading my fingers so they could weave theirs with mine against the rungs of the conveyor between us. Dork, you love it. Yeah, kinda. Getting through Lex's shell. Woo! And he wins the Office Chair League Cup. Looks like we've got a champ. Before Casey had much time to celebrate his victory, there came a loud knock on one of the shutters, and a gruff voice yelled through. Oi! Who's in there? Titan security, open up or I'm opening up for you. Kakava Chia, run, split up. Shit, hide. Hide? Seriously? Sheldon? Let's run back to the break room. The sound of the lock being popped on the side door chased us as we scattered deeper into the building, Lex and I running in tandem. A torch was quick on our heels as we ducked through the break room, our soccer game quickly abandoned. Let's hide in the kitchen nook. We squeezed into the small room and tried to make myself as small as we could. The guard came thundering around the corner, the bright flashlight falling on us. The towering canine had us dead to rights. Oh, well. Well, shit. Hey, I see you there. What are you playing at? Stop right there. Outside, now. Well, damn it. What have we got here? The security guard was big, nearing 7 feet at least, though they looked mostly canid. The horn on their snout indicated some reptile blood. Maybe that's what made him so tall. Okay, I guess that's a bit of how this world works then. I guess if you have a dog mom and a reptile dad, then maybe you might come out with a dog that has a horn on your nose. Okay. The guard spoke with Scottish, peppering their accent, which didn't help my nerves as he introduced himself as Mr. Pride. Officer Pride, I suppose. Their uniform showed the hint of a bust, but in a progressive place like this, a trans police officer wasn't that unusual. Listen, officer, we were just what, eh? Just trespassing? Do you own the building? No, but... Oh, what about you? Got nothing to say? Let's... Shit, okay, let's try and do, like, as much as we can to get out of this. Let's bribe them. I'm sorry, officer. Listen, we were just looking around. We didn't mess with anything, and we'll not come back. Maybe there's an understanding we can come to? I'm sure we can pay for the trouble we've caused. Forget it. You trespass, it's the county that finds you. Now, names and addresses. Get your IDs out. Well, shit. Officer Pride took our names and let Lex go back to their car with a ticket. I wasn't so lucky. Since I had my parents' address on my license, the officer decided to drop me off directly to make sure I got home. We'd be lucky in getting off with a warning. But the fun mood of the evening was thoroughly broken with the tall officer explaining things to my stepdad. Oh, shit. Well, okay. Oh, don't worry. Sheldon's usually a good kid. They won't be doing anything like that again. Officer, I'm sorry to complicate your evening. Just doing my job, sir. Take care now. You might be too old to ground you, but I hope you know there's plenty of chores we can find for you. And that fine is coming out of your savings 100%. Sorry, Dad. Well, shit. I slumped down on the bed, exhausted and emotionally raw after such a roller coaster night. Pling. Hey dude, you get back fine? Heard from everyone else. Sorry about tonight. We fucked up. That's okay, it happens. I really owe you one, Sheldon. Sorry again. That's okay, Lex. Just need to cool down. We'll call you later? Sure. The date part. The bit that wasn't us nearly getting arrested. That was fun at least. It was a date now? Okay, I guess it kind of was. XD. Oh snap, we got an XD. Oh yeah. You suck at this whole romance stuff, you know? Fuck off, dude. Oh, we got a DX. Oh, DX is not as good as XD. Just teasing, but take that as a clear statement of intent. That scare you off? No. X. I'll call later when my dad isn't gonna kill me. X. Forget what, like, X and O. Oh, someone apparently likes us. Okay, so that is going to be it for episode 3 of Amorous. I will see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.